Hello everyone, hope you're all having a fantastic day and you're fired up for today's video because we got a big one. I'm going to be talking about my experience in the Pokemon Draft League that I have entered with some fellow content creators. We're going to go through the whole process of going through the draft and some of the picks representing Team Draconic, Scotland Side Guards, and my goal is to take home #1 title. So to my competitors out there, stay on guard, stay vigilant, because we're going to take this with the firepower of a Draco Meteor. Let's do it! Trainers battling it out for the glory of becoming champion. But where does our story begin? Well, to start, I was invited by fellow content creator Metamaxis and was brought into the EBL, the Elite Battle League. Over time, they have had many different seasons and I am more than happy to be a part of their 7th season. So what are the rules of this league? Each trainer was assigned a number and will be allowed to draft their Pokemon when called. Once a Pokemon has been drafted, it cannot be drafted by anyone else. Pokemon that are abusively powerful, such as Fusion Forms and Arceus, are banned. Each trainer can only pick one Pokemon from each of the following categories: Main Legendary, Small Legendary, and Generation 9. Main Legendaries are your main powerful Pokemon like Mewtwo, Groudon, and Giratina. Small Legendaries are powerful but not as much compared to the main legends. This can include Pokemon such as the Regigolems, Beasts, and also includes mythical Pokemon. Generation 9 includes all Paradox Pokemon, but also the Treasures of Ruin Quartet and the Loyal 3. Lastly, I would have to say that the biggest rule of the format was no held items. For many competitive Pokemon, they rely on powerful items like Life Orb, Leftovers, Choice Scarf, Focus Sash, and so on. Taking these benefits away changes the metagame completely. With the rules out of the way, it was time to begin drafting, and I was already very worried. Out of the 14 trainers to pick their drafts, I was 13th on the list. This was already bad news as everyone can start scooping up some of the most powerful Pokemon in the game, leaving me with the early draft scraps. However, I was shocked to realise that the first draft was Pikachu? Hey everyone, Draconic from the future here. It's worth pointing out that the person that did pick that Pikachu did end up withdrawn from the league. So you were maybe expecting Pikachu to pop up at some point in our future battles. Unfortunately, we're not really going to be able to get that chance anymore. But thought I'd go ahead and just let you guys know. Alright, back to the video. Bye everybody. Get me the hell out of here! It was on the 3rd pick that my fears came true. And Koraidon was the first big name to drop. I was gunning for Koraidon at the very beginning, and to have it snatched away this early really was a punch to the gut. Knowing I could do nothing, I kept watching everyone draft away. The drafts went on, and I seen Palafin, Skeledirge, Quaquaval, and even Xian Pao. It was at this moment that I realised something. These Pokemon are good, don't get me wrong, but how would they thrive in a doubles format? I was soon updated to know that I had entered into a singles format. Oh goodness, a singles format when I specialise in doubles? Not good for me. Okay, so as many of you know, I prefer double battles and coming up with some unique strategy that nobody has seen or expect. Many of you know how much I talk about my weakness policy Dynamax Zygarde team from Sword and Shield, and by Arceus, I have good reason. Anyway, getting back on topic. For this singles format, I had to go with a whole new game plan. With the limited time I have, I cooked up some strats and came up with a plan. After many drafts later, it was time to choose our Pokemon, which is why I'm happy to announce our first draft Pokemon is Zygarde. Hello, yes, is this Game Freak? Yes, hello, my name is Draconic. I would like to go ahead and report a problem with the recent Indigo Disc DLC that you dropped. Yes, I would like to report the problem that Zygarde is not available in this DLC. Oh, that's why. Oh, because Zygarde is the greatest legendary Pokemon created and you just didn't want to include it to give everybody a fair chance. Okay, no, that's That's truly understandable. As long as it makes it into Generation 10, I'll be more than happy. But if it doesn't, I'm very sorry, but I'm gonna have to start looking for another game, alright? Okay, thank you for your time. Bye-bye now. God, Game Freak just need to get it right sometimes. Okay, so because Zygarde is not in Scarlet and Violet, it means we will have to pick something else. Looking at the current picks, I noticed there was a large amount of Dragon, Fighting, and Water types. Based on the picks at the moment, I decided to go with Pokemon that were both fast and powerful. Our first pick is the legendary Zacian, boasting the best speed and attack stat with a wide array of powerful offensive attacks. With the ability to also increase her attack stat even further with Intrepid Sword, finding the right time to bring out Zacian will be the key to her success and our victory. One of the benefits of being near the very bottom of the draft list is the ability to select a Pokemon and get straight back in for another pick. I decided to round out my team's speed advantage in order to deal with the large amount of water types I mentioned. Our second pick is the fastest Pokemon, Regieleki. No other Pokemon even comes close to being able to outspeed it, meaning that powerful attacks like Thunderbolt will always be the last thing our opponents see. By utilising Terrestrialization, we can make Regieleki more versatile in areas it struggles most, or to support the rest of the team if required. While it does feel good to get back-to-back picks, the harsh reality is that everyone else gets to have 2 picks before I get to go again. The wait was a long one, seeing many powerful Pokemon being drafted, some of which were key to my strategies. Pokemon like Groudon, Kyogre, Meowscarada, Incineroar, Annihilate, Zekrom, and even the Dunsparce? Okay, I know there are many super powerful Pokemon out there, but this was questionable. But maybe they know something that I don't. It was my turn once again, and I wanted to focus more on the defense side of my team, which is why my next pick was Toxapex. This is an incredibly annoying Pokemon to deal with who is designed primarily for applying the poison status condition. Paired with its bulk and ability to heal makes it an annoying Pokemon to deal with. My next pick was one of the most bulkiest Pokemon, Blissey. Not only does it have one weakness and the combination of its high HP and special defense stats, it is very annoying for even the most powerful special attackers like Kyogre, Miraidon, and Skeledirge. Paired with some annoying moves and the ability to swap in and tank damage, it is going to be an annoying special wall for our opponents to get over. That's 4 picks down and 5 more to go. My 5th pick of the draft was Ting Lu.
I don't like it, I don't respect it.
Okay, even though Wolfie VGC of competitive Pokemon doesn't quite agree with me, I see huge success in this Pokemon being completely unpredictable. Paired with its massive amount of bulk and tools at its disposal, I'm expecting that it will put my opponent into those weird situations to counter it. But of course, we cannot ignore the fact that it gets Fissure, a guaranteed one-hit KO move to put fear into our opponent if it lands.
If you want to use Fissure, you listen to me right now. You might be thinking let me tell you, you listen to me, okay? It depends on what kind of person you are. Are you somebody who says, I want to win the game because I'm lucky or because I'm the best Fissure player?
Next on my wildcard list was Blaziken, another Pokemon with a lot of hidden potential. Not only does it get the ability to increase speed every turn, but like Zacian, placing it into the right scenario will be the key to its success. Being a firefighting type, it can also do an amazing job of additional coverage that our team doesn't quite have yet. More draft picks later, and I realise we don't have a single dragon on our team. Could you imagine Draconic not picking a single dragon type? I needed to correct this, which is why I decided to go with one with a lot of utility to it. My next pick was Cyclizar. Now, before you start scratching your heads, hear me out. Not only does it have the speed, but it also has a lot of utility going for it. Having the ability to revenge kill and then run away with a move like Shed Tail could make this an annoying Pokemon to remove. Keeping with the dragon theme and keeping the Zygarde spirit alive, I decided to go with a fan favourite in Flygon. There are many ways that we can run Flygon, and that's the beauty of it. If Ting Lu was our unpredictable bulky Pokemon, then Flygon is our unpredictable offensive Pokemon. You can expect to see Flygon cooking up some unique strategies with every battle it's in. And so, with everyone selecting their final drafts, we are closing in on the end of the draft. There was still plenty of options to pick, but at this point, pretty much all the best Pokemon were gone, so I had to make a strategic decision and be smart. But at this point, I decided to go with my gut on this last pick. Throughout my playthrough of Scarlet and Violet's DLC, there was one Pokemon that stayed by my side. It quickly became one of my new favourite Pokemon this generation, and I'm happy to announce that my final draft pick goes to... It's Hydrapple! Not only is this another bulky Pokemon, but with powerful attacks and abilities at its disposal, this is one Pokemon that I'm happy to include. Its typing isn't the best of course, but I'm sure after terrestrialization, this candy apple will be too sweet for our opponents to handle. And with that, we have our team ready for a battle. A combination of power, speed, bulk, utility at our disposal. If you want to see me battle it out in the league, I will release a video of each battle every week on the Saturdays. I could really do with all your support, so I hope you will check them out and dragon cheer me on. Let's do our best and bring it home for Team Draconic. Thank you all so very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your day, keep your fire burning, and see ya in the next video. Let's have a champion time. Goodbye for now.